Seth, first of all, it's good to meet you. We haven't had a chance to speak since you arrived on campus. Could you just take us through, like, when you found out you were starting, like, what went through your mind and just kind of how were you able to kind of block that out and just play tonight?
Well, I kind of expected it coming into fall camp. I knew that the competition would mainly be between me and Grant and Keelan. And so as I continued to get reps through fall camp, I kind of saw what was happening and what was going through the coaches' minds. And so I kind of expected it whenever coach told me midway through the week this week that I would be the starter. And I just kind of rolled with it from there.
You came into this game, obviously, you enrolled in campus literally right after you played your last game. And now you're kind of starting. Like, did you kind of just, calm yourself down before the end, or the game kind of like, overwhelm a little bit, like, oh my gosh, I'm starting my first game, or what was that?
No, not really. I know the preparation that I put into this game and the amount of hours that my coaches have put into me, and I've reciprocated back to them. So I just know that I've worked really hard, and I felt prepared for this game. So it wasn't really too overwhelming. I was just trying to keep my mind straight, make sure I was completely locked into my assignments.
Isaac, and then Terry.
Oh, hey, Seth, man. Fantastic game. Showed a lot of poise out there tonight as a true freshman. But kind of talk about, it seems like you and wide receiver Javon Ivory have kind of a good rapport, man. So kind of talk about that. Is that something that started in practice? Is that something that you guys, he's become kind of your go-to guy tonight? Kind of talk about the chemistry you guys have.
Yeah, Javon, he played a great game tonight, and we had a couple of looks for him early. And as the game went on over the course of the game, he had a couple of targets, and he was making plays every single time that we called his number. I would try and throw it to him and at the spot that we're coached to do so. And my O-line did a great job of protecting, and me and Javon, we just hit a couple D1s tonight.
Terry and Mark.
Hey, how you doing, Seth?
Good. How are you?
Question. It seemed like when you get in the zone, the game slows down to you, but it seems like it was slow for the first beginning. When did you start getting, comfortable with this offense so you can have the confidence to do what it did? Was it sometime in the game, or was it in practice, or when did it slow down and click for you that you could have the confidence to do what you need to do?
I'd say it started during fall camp. I enrolled early in the spring, which was really a great learning curve for me. I didn't really get many reps in the spring with the ones because I was still learning the offense and building those bonds with my teammates. So as summer came and as fall camp came, I really came strong, and I knew everything. So I just needed to make the throws and prove to my teammates that I'm a player. And so I knew the offense whenever the fall camp came around, and I just needed to execute it. And that's what earned my teammates and my coaches' trust.
Mark, and then Brian.
Yeah, hey, Seth, I wanted to ask you specifically about your first touchdown throw. When you came to the sideline, I noticed you stopped to talk to Brady White briefly, and I guess he was talking to you a little bit throughout the game. I'm curious, one, that specific interaction after the touchdown pass, what did he say to you? And then also just in general, what was he saying to you throughout the day?
Yeah, he just said, congratulations on your first one, and he just dapped me up. And but over the course of the game, he just goes through whatever happened in the previous drive with me, and he just tells me, he relays the information from Coach Johns or someone who's up top in the box. He relays that information down to me. And it's been great having him back on the staff. He just came 2-3 weeks ago. And so just getting to know him a little better, because I didn't really know him from before. It's been really good to have that person around our program and around me to help me grow a little bit.
Thank you.
Brian, and then Evan.
Hey, Seth, were you more nervous before your high school state championship game or your first start tonight?
I'd say my first start tonight. My junior year, I was pretty nervous for that game, but my senior year, I wasn't nervous for that one. But then tonight, I was pretty nervous. So I'd say tonight was more nerve-wracking than my high school championship games, for sure.
Last one for Evan.
Seth, did any of the veterans come to you at some point and just say, hey, you got this young fella? Also, was your family in the house? I know your pops had a game last night. Were they in the house tonight?
Yes, sir. My parents and my little brother and my girlfriend were at the game. So it was good to know that they were here and supported me in my first time. And then as far as the veterans just talking to me, yeah, Calvin and Dylan and some of the coaches and Brady, really, they're the main ones who just came up to me and said, just take a deep breath and everything will play out how it should play out. You've prepared for this, so just go out there and play how you've been playing, and it'll be all right.
All right. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, everyone.